to Houston, Texas, and Rice Stadium, home to the Owls. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats, taking on a team from the American, the Rice Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Northwestern Wildcats offense will have the first possession of the game. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not great. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough production.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
Yeah, the receivers got to do a better job in ball security there with all those defenders trying to rip it free. And this offense is lucky they were able to jump on it to keep possession.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Running to the left. Runs through a tackle. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. It's on target and complete. And the defense drags him down. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
That early in the game, I love when you set the tone and make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. Nice job getting him on the ground, getting your first sack of the day. Listen, they had 3 last week, but they want to continue to build on that number and keep getting it higher, and that's a great start.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So the Rice Owls offense will take the field for the first time. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Croman Hope. Here's the heat. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Guys, let's chat just a little about Rice. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
He got it. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. The offense has already made the long field goal. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty is going to give the offense a 1st down. And the offense cashes in on the roughing penalty, a mistake on special teams. We'll see if they can make it pay off.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Moves around to clear up the vision. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown! Oh! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the big fella in the end zone. He's going to find a hole. He's going to find an opening. That guy's, you got to trust him. And I'm going to throw it up and let him make a play like he did right there.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
7, Northwestern 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Northwestern wants to go quickly.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Bought a little time, lets it go. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
So now it's 2nd and long. Trying play action. This time he's got him. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Wildcats are on the move.
And first down for the offense.
Dropping back, it's Marshall. Quickly to the tight end. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. They get to the line quickly.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Northwestern will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give to the back. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Owls come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. He makes the catch. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Rice is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First play of the period, 1st down here. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
To the air. It's Croman Hope. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the gun, the ground game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Purdue looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Boilermakers. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Heck of a showing.
Toss to the outside.
Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything. Breaks into the open. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to pass. It's Croman Hope. Another incompletion on third down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Pulls it in at the 25. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. The RPO, it's complete. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
They'll run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Northwestern right back to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Wildcats are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They'll run play action. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. These corners backing off a bit. To the ground with the back. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Punt is on its way. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
They'll try the run. Turning it on. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down. The Owls come to the line with a new set of downs. Gives it to the back on the draw. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
Tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
With the catch, it's Carney. How much does it help your blocking scheme to have a guy who finds the crease? He gets to the 39.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Throws for the tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds the tight end. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Using the quick game. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And as the clock is winding down here in the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal team. This is a most difficult attempt. 59 yards out from the right hash. Just drives it between the uprights. That brings them to within 1. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable 1st half in Houston. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move-the-chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside historic Rice Stadium.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47. This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. The short hands, it's Carney. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
Makes the grab. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the Owls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Might as well stick with him. Fighting off the defender. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. They need 1 yard on 3rd down to keep this one going. This will be the 8th play of the drive. The give on the option. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Rice will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll run for it. Got enough space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Owls!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Maryland sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in College Park. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Back to pass, it's Marshall. Bringing the heat. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Wildcats want to pick up the tempo.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Northwestern will send out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's got it. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. They'll try the left side. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. Looking for a man. It's Croman Hope. Oh, they're after him. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Pressure coming, using his legs to buy some time. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But
oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Rice has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down.
Here we go.
To the ground. He's got it again. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
But one of the best compliments you can pay a running back is they get stronger as the game goes on. This guy's been awesome all game long, and you're seeing it here in the fourth quarter. He's trying to ice this thing and close it out, still running strong.
Here we go.
Here's the handoff. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Got it.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Pound 55 weak.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
How about this goal line defense? On first down, they expect the run. They stuff it for a loss. And on second down, expecting pass, they can now get after the quarterback and bring him down for a sack. They are pushing this offense back in the wrong direction. This has been textbook goal line defense here as of late.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced.
There he goes. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Slithers into space. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And the Wildcats in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. Makes the catch. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It's good. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unleashes one. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Oh, better look out. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get Hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have two hands on it this drive.
On to kick it away.
He'll field the punt and take it back. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Immediately fires to the middle. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
The quick out. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Northwestern wants to go quickly.
Brings up 2nd down.
He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with the receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. That pick by the D might have saved their only chance to win this game. Now the strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. And they swarm him under. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The defense will try to hold up one more time. Under 2 minutes to go. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
He's not going to get there. The defense coming up with a big stop to hold on to this 2-point lead deep in the fourth. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Leaves it with the back. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt. Now it'll take a touchdown to beat them, a 5-point lead here in the fourth.
Fellas, a battle in the Beaver State today. A lot of green, a lot of orange in the stands. Whenever Oregon and Oregon State have at it, and here's the latest. Oregon overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Ducks tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done.
Caught over the middle. It's Klein.
All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Pocket breaking down. Makes the catch down the right side. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll run the screen. At the 35, he's open. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds, and now the offense trying to score one late. Northwestern ready to dial one up on first down. Scanning the field, it's Marshall. Fires to the big fella. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. DBs will try to keep everything in front. They get to him as he throws. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. Just way off target and missed it.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop. After that last incompletion setting up fourth down, do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's
unleashes one deep. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The give to the left side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Hands it off. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the